HKO Live. Topic time, where we talk about what you think about.
Matthew chapter number 7 verse 12 says that, "So in everything do unto others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets." Respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievement. Respect in a relationship is reflected in how you treat each other on a daily basis, even if you disagree and have an argument, and arguments do happen. Even in healthy relationships, you are able to respect and value each other's opinions and feelings by fighting fair. Tonight on Topic Time, we are discussing respect and why it is a savior in relationships. If you are interested in our topic, you can send us voice note to 0244 883008 or do call us via 020-860-8620. Or better yet, if you have a story you want us to look at, you can send us a short email of it to orangelounge1051@gmail.com. Joining me tonight to discuss this topic are Nana Ehunterhun, Mr. Innocent Asuma, and Mrs. Viola Donko. I have Nana in the studio, so Nana and I will kick things off. Okay, Nana, please, I know you have your wife on the phone. She looks very, very cute. Let me look at the picture again. You're hiding it.
It's okay.
Oh, Mali. Alright, so Nana, let's start it off this way. What is the place of respect in relationship today?
When you talk about relationship, the best way or how a relationship can last is respect to each other.
Okay.
If one of or let's make it like any of us in a relationship decide not to respect or disrespect other partner, always there is a problem. No matter how or the number of years you have been in a relationship, that you may say it is normal, but it is not. When two couples are there, the only thing that drives their relationship is respect. It's about you knowing what you are supposed to do, and then in case one of you there's an offense, to apologize. Don't think that because the person or I'm the head of the family, so I don't have to apologize. No, you need to apologize. That shows that there's a respect.
Okay.
So in any relationship, every relationship that we are in, respect is something that you all have to make sure that you put it. If not, we are not going to get good relationship.
Okay, so what you are saying is that respect is fundamental. It's the basics of a relationship. It's like the constitution to the relationship.
Perfect.
Okay.
You need to respect each other. You need to respect each other. But the Bible has said that the man is the head of the family.
Okay.
And if the man is the head of the family, you, the woman, need to respect. That's why when people say something like, when they are quoting, they normally refer to the Bible, and at times I just ask myself, the Bible was saying something that you need to respect your husband. And if it's forgotten that if you respect your husband, the next thing is that your husband also loves you. So that makes it.
Are you then saying that husbands are not supposed to respect their wives?
Oh, they are. But it's a reciprocal.
Yes.
You get it? When the woman is respecting you, your respect back is a love. And when you love something, that's why they say love is the key to everything.
Yeah, but you made it sound as if it is the responsibility of wives to respect husbands, and husbands are not in that space.
It is not like that. It is a responsibility of a wife to respect the husband.
What is the responsibility of the husband too?
It's love. And love conquers everything.
So love has respect in it.
In love,
what I really want you to say is that, I mean, respect, like you said, is reciprocal.
Yes, reciprocal.
So both of you need to learn to respect each other.
No, I've already said that. And I'm also saying that is the people, like when some women are making reference to the Bible, they forget that when you respect, the Bible says that men love your wives, but they've forgotten their aspect of it. But when the love is supersede everything, when the person loves you, the person shows respect. So even their own is just, that's why I always say that women, there's no element in my book that women loves men. They are in love. They just like the person, but not love the person.
Okay.
So when they respect the man, the love comes, and love have component of all these things. Love is a broad topic. It's a broad thing. They have respect. They have everything that you can have in life is within the word love.
Okay. So basically, when it comes to the aspect of respect in a relationship, it forms the foundation of the relationship. It promotes healthy communication. Obviously, if we respect each other, nothing will be a stumbling block between us in talking to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we respect ourselves.
All right. So the other place of respect in a relationship is that it encourages equality and partnership. So I would not take a decision, for instance, without first discussing it with my wife or with whoever is my colleague in the office, or is supposed to be in the know before that action is taken. You understand?
Yeah,
so
that one, yes. There are certain times, there are certain decisions that maybe one takes. There's respect, but they normally take the decisions because they need to.
I understand you, but what I'm trying to say is that would probably be like, it should be like 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 5, right?
Decisions.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the normal thing will be that any decision you have to make, if it involves, part of it will likely hit your partner in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you communicate it, you let them be in the know, so that it's not like each time you have the chance to take a decision, you don't consult anybody or you don't run it by anybody. You just take your decision and then they bear the consequences of your decision. You know what I'm saying? So if respect is in the relationship, there wouldn't be this thing where one party is constantly the one running everything. The other thing is, okay, I'm listening.
I don't get you exactly, but if I understand, whenever you are taking a decision in a relationship, the head, that's the man, may be taking a risk. And some women are afraid of risk. You get it? So some of the decisions, that's why you already said that 2 out of 10 decisions that you do take, not saying mean that your partner needs to know, or your husband or your wife needs to know, or your husband needs to know. But most of the times, when there's respect for each other, it's like most decisions that you may be, you will not take a decision. It's something about, we all are going to take a decision on how to keep the house, how to let the home runs, how to make sure that things work as the way it is at the house. So because of the respect we have for ourselves, we will not let things go wayward, and that boils down to kids.
Okay.
Because the respect for two of the marriage couples, or the mother and the father, the respect they have for themselves, the children eliminate. They realize that no, my mom and my dad respect themselves. At the younger age, maybe you may think that they don't know whatever goes on. But these Gen Z era kids are not like those days kids that when you are sleeping, you can sleep and mommy and daddy will be in the room doing whatever they want to do whilst you just ignore. Nowadays, they know everything. So we cannot compare ourselves with them.
Oh, we can.
How can?
We can, because I think curiosity has not left childhood from that age to today. Okay.
This is, yeah.
So maybe their span of curiosity is wider than ours.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, it's not as if, because whatever it is, children learn from what they see you do, your actions. So obviously, if you are constantly shouting, insulting at the house, they will emulate that. Okay.
I think that's normal.
Yes, whatever you are doing in your home, your children are watching and copying, because that is what is normal to them. Okay, so the other thing with respect is that it maintains boundaries. Okay, so respect includes recognizing and honoring each other's boundaries. If I say don't touch my phone, I mean it, don't touch my phone, whether they are emotional, physical, or personal. Boundaries are vital for maintaining individuality.
I want to find out. You were saying don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone.
It's a boundary I've set.
It's a boundary, and you need to respect that.
Yes.
So what about if you're on bed and your wife also said that don't touch my waist? Continue.
Which part should I touch? That would be the next question. Right? Which part should I touch?
So you continue.
All right. So, like I was saying, I was on boundaries. Where was I? Okay, so when partners respect each other's boundaries, they show that they value the other person's autonomy and comfort. This respect for personal space and limits can prevent feelings of suffocation and promote a healthier, more balanced relationship. I think that's self-explanatory. I'll run through the other one. So the place of respect also means that there is individual growth. You support it. Say your partner wants to pursue a course in A, B, or C. You are there for them. If it means you are the one going to do the cooking and washing so that they can pursue their academics, you do that. You can also build long-term commitment because of the respect you have for this person in your relationship. Okay, then I'll run the next question with you, then I'll try and get our guest on the line. So what does lack of respect look like in a relationship? Yes, go on.
Respect.
Yes, lack of respect. What does it look?
You are someone in public, and then maybe when your partner, especially whenever you want to go to Suhun's home and your partner refuses, and you are there and there's something pop up in public, you see that because of the anger that you were not able to go to Suhun's home, but rather they wanted you to go to a journey like Anaji to Kwesimintim, which is a short distance. You get annoyed, and in public you may say something that you are not supposed to say. What happens? How will your wife or your partner feel like? You get bored. Something that makes relationship very, very, very bored, or something that can never let you feel like the way you are, is when you are disrespect, or your partner disrespects you in public. I don't know how you feel so much embarrassed. You may not know where to even sit. You may not know even where to sit or where to even stand, because your body will look a little bit embarrassed. So Henry, if you ask that, I think with this question, I don't know how they want to put it or how to put it, because you feel embarrassed. And it has a lot of implications in the relationship.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Innocent Asima.
Hello.
How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay. I guess the problem with your area has been resolved.
We believe so.
Thank you for joining us. Before you came in, we were looking at what does the lack of respect look like in a relationship?
Okay, so thank you, Henry. Good evening to my co-panelists and to your cherished listeners. So respect. Respect. What does respect look like in a relationship?
Lack of it.
The lack of respect look like? Okay.
Yes, because we have looked at the actual place of respect in a relationship already. So we are trying to find out if a relationship lacks respect, how is it formed like, or how are the attributes of it? What symptoms does it have?
All right, thank you. So lack of respect in a relationship manifests in various and diverse ways. Often it leads to emotional harm, conflict, and unhealthy dynamics between the people or partners involved in the relationship. Now, recognizing the signs of this disrespect is very crucial for addressing the issues before it escalates into something else. Sometimes it starts very little, and it needs to be identified as quickly as possible. So So let's look at how it's outlined. So one, the first thing is dismissive communication.
Okay.
So in dismissive communication, we have three subheadings. I have three subpoints. One is interrupting, constantly cutting off your partner while they are speaking, showing that you don't value their input.
Okay.
This is done in relationships. Some say arguments, but it's all form of disrespect. When the person is speaking, at least let the person make a point.
Okay, please go on. Yeah, no, I'll come to you shortly.
Okay.
We don't let the other party or the other person conclude, and we jump in here and there. Once it starts, it is interjected, and that is disrespect. The second issue point under the dismissive communication is ignoring or minimizing concern, dismissing your partner's feelings, worries, or opinions as unimportant or overreacting, making them feel unheard or undervalued. So he's speaking, you ignore the person, he's saying something, you just throw the hands off. Yeah, all under this one. Then talking down or belittling your partner, using uncondescending language or sarcasm that makes your partner feel inferior or very foolish. In a question, sometimes people are so those. Then secondly, the second point is controlling behavior. Make decisions unilaterally. Under this, we have also three. I have firstly, making decisions unilaterally. One partner consistently makes important decisions without consulting the other and disregarding their preferences or their interests.
Looks like a lot of men are very guilty in this one.
So they take the decision. I am the man of the house. I am the head of the house. I'm taking the decision, and that's final. But the unfortunate thing is, being the head of the house or the home, it rather means you are the chief servant, because we are not supposed to just become the head and the head and the head and the head. When we go to the book of Genesis, because I'm a Christian, I would like to use much more from that section. In the book of Genesis, God created one man, and after that, he never went back to the earth again. Today, we have over 7 billion people on the planet Earth. And God created only one man, and all the 7 billion came out of the other place. That's one man. And that man, while he was doing that, was the man who became the foundation of human race globally. And so if you say, look, I'm the man, I'm always taking the decision, and without consulting, then it becomes a challenge in that particular perspective. Secondly, on the right, imposing restrictions, dictating who your partner can see, what they can do, how they should act, which undermines their autonomy and freedom. We're not saying there are certain instances you need to control certain things, rather otherwise it will go overboard. So you need to at least speak to the person, know how and the things to do to control, and then guide the person. So that will be done, but not imposing restrictions. Hey, I will you can't talk to your mom, you can't talk to your dad, you can't talk to this. It's me, myself, and you. That's all. That is not the best way to go. Another one under this is micromanaging, constantly monitoring and criticizing your partner's actions, showing lack of trust, respect for their competence. Sometimes you have to let your partner flow, just give them space to do whatever they need to do without you going to monitoring and then micromanage them. Hey, let me find check, what is he doing? What are they doing there? What is no? Give them freedom to operate. Thirdly, it's a lack of consideration for boundaries. We need to set boundaries at certain instances, and we need to respect them. When you violate personal spaces or pressurizing intimacy or disregarding their emotional limits, it's all part of disrespect that we exhibit in our respective lives. Fourthly, we look at public or private criticism. We embarrass some people embarrass their spouses or their relations, even in public, criticizing them for making fun of your partner in front of others, or causing humiliation or damaging their self-esteem. And sometimes you are speaking to somebody in public and you use certain words, it's all forms of disrespect, constant criticisms, pointing out every mistake or every flaws that you see about your partner. It's not the best. You should understand that once it's your partner, you are in there to help mold and remold each other. So if you see a challenge in there, you find alternatives for trying to correct it and then help the person to grow out of it, rather than always pointing it out to the person. You are always this, you are always that, you are always this, you are always that. I give an example. There was a couple who always they always have a challenge because the gentleman will leave the socks in the living room, the boxer here, the lady will also leave the panties here, the bra will be this way, and almost every day they are having challenges. Then I'm catching the old boxer, you boxer fast to that dirty basket. No, every day to have the socks, everything every you buy that old school bag one. All those things go. It degenerated until it became a different story. Speaking with them, just said, okay, when you see it, and I also say, when two men talk basket, no, so you pick it up, you move on. Hey, Brian, and then Brian, that's the whole thing. Indirectly, you are bringing the attention of your partner to it, and then he or she will be able to pick those things up. And gradually, over a period of time, you come over it, and then you're able to move on from there. Particularly, lack of support and encouragement. It's something people we see, you don't normally see it as disrespect, but it is disrespect.
Okay.
The spouse is different. Instead of encouraging the person, you decide, yeah, it's also a form of disrespect that we don't do. Undermining their aspirations, dismissing or discouraging your partner's goals, their dreams, their achievements, showing that you don't believe in their potential. It's very, very important. Withholding praise or acknowledgement. If your spouse goes to work, at the end of the day, they voted you, maybe the best person at this. Okay, so see the respect. But when it comes, encourage the person. Wow, in fact, you've been the best news I'm hearing today. In fact, you've brought down the rain from the Mount of Everest down to our home today. Yes, something the person feels wonderful. In fact, you honored this family with your being the best person in this. The person feels encouraged, empowered, and will want to do more as it goes around. So that's that one as well. Okay. And then refusing to, can you do this? I won't do. Can you help with this? And this is a challenge, especially with men. We have the notion that we are the men in the house, so everything must be done by the woman. No, we should be helpers. We should help. If you can wash the dishes, wash the dishes. They will not change your name because you wash the dishes. If you can iron the dresses, do the pressing of the dresses. In the morning, honey, what dress are you wearing today? Okay, I'm pressing. Yes, which one are you? Okay, I'm pressing this one for you. It doesn't change anything from you. It doesn't mean your name has moved from Kodu to Mansa. No, it doesn't change your personality. You are still the husband. So we should be in a position of learning, helping hand, and showing that form of respect to our respective spouses in respect of that.
Right.
Then emotional intimidation is also something we do. Yelling or threatening them, physical aggression, manipulations are all forms of it. Disregarding for their time and their coming are all forms of disrespect that we also exhibit to our respective. Lack of appreciation or gratitude. Even after somebody says, after love making, at least say thank you.
Okay, so from that one, must it always come from the man?
No, it shouldn't.
So if it is consistently coming from the man, then what does it mean?
If it's consistently coming from the man, it possibly could be that the other party may appreciate it but doesn't know how to express it.
No, but thank you too. Do I have to teach you?
Yes.
Hey.
We teach our children to say thank you. We teach our children when something is going on, we give them something, we tell them, say thank you. So, honey, Alice, if you've enjoyed it, please, did you enjoy it today? Yes, thank you. Thank you for thanking me. It moves on.
I see.
If we don't, we are coming from different backgrounds. Somebody doesn't know. He's never heard anything I've seen about the mother or the father saying thank you to the man before.
Because I spoke to a few men, and it looks like they all are the ones who constantly say that. If ever they will hear the woman says thank you after love making, then probably today they outperformed or the woman is also used to saying thank you back. But mostly, it's as if it's the man who wants it, gets it, and therefore he says thank you, and that's it.
And that shouldn't be the case. We are all.
Hold on. Nana says he wants to throw in something. I hope it is something.
Yes, I heard that talking about sex. And then they want to say thank you. Henry, what I want listeners to know that Adibia Anya what we are saying.
Okay, explain.
It is very difficult when they are making love. The man spends a lot or loses a lot. I don't know whether to be used lose or time. I mean, all the energy.
Energy is appropriate, yes.
For the sex for the love making. And after making sex, for you, the woman, to enjoy. I mean, thank you is something that is even small.
Maybe the woman didn't enjoy.
Either you enjoy it or not. Oh, kweku medase na mmomudie sanka wo de fa ha se ya ana wo yeni si anka menso mede. At least you've appreciated something.
Then the thing could be just like Innocent said.
And when
the person just doesn't know how to say thank you.
Whenever to you, the man too, after making good sex, I mean, there are a lot of sex, but I always emphasize good sex. After having good sex with your partner, you also just appreciate by saying that, Talia, I say thank you and rather may enjoy.
Okay, so it means you didn't hear the whole thing. What I said was, see, there is a case where the few guys I spoke to, it's as if they are the ones who are consistently saying thank you after love making.
Is it the guy? Or
yes, the guy is the one always saying this.
Thank you.
Yes.
To the wife.
Yes.
And maybe say a man is my energy. Yes.
No, none of them really said that.
Said what?
I mean, they didn't.
So whatever happens in the room should come out.
No. Let's just stay with the thank you bit.
Yes.
90% of these guys say that they are the ones who consistently say thank you whenever they finish making love.
Love to their partner.
Yes.
And
hold on. Yes, you know.
It's something that is prevalent in relationships. Most of the time, it's mainly in thank.
Okay.
And it's also it's perceived that maybe before they went into the lovemaking, they had to probably request, and then their request was granted.
So whoever does the request should be the one saying the thank you.
It shouldn't be saying the request, should be the one saying.
I mean that is logical. It's like you've gone to a restaurant or a hotel or something after they've served you and all of that. Courtesy demands that even though you are paying, and in this case you have paid the bride price and all those things, you have to say thank you. But
the issue is that it shouldn't be that.
It shouldn't be. So we have a lady on the line. Viola is on the line. I'm going to point this out directly to her. Viola, why is it that you women make it seem like it is only the men who enjoy the sex bit of the relationship and therefore should be the one saying thank you after lovemaking?
It is believed that we tend to believe that we the ladies tend to believe that the guys enjoy the lovemaking more than we the ladies. So in so doing, since you have enjoyed most, I think it will be appropriate for the man to say thank you, because all the enjoyment you have gotten. So at least saying thank you isn't a big deal. But it shouldn't be a one-way-sided thing. It doesn't stop the lady from saying thank you after a good lovemaking. It's only the men who enjoy the lovemaking. We ladies too enjoy it. But the notion is that the men enjoy it the most. So I don't think that it should it should be a one-sided thing that is almost all the time the men should say thank you. We the ladies too can say thank you.
I see.
It shouldn't be a one-sided thing. Yeah.
So you ladies should practice what you've been preaching in your head.
It is like that because we have the notion, like I said earlier, that you men enjoy the most. So sometimes the lady wouldn't be in the mood, but you see that the man is in his higher pitch. You say higher pitch. So after asking the lady for sex, I think that it's like Mr. Innocent said, it would be appropriate to say thank you. Most of the ladies, due to one or two things, childbirth, those issues, have lower zeal for sex. So it is mostly the men who call in for the thing. So it is just believed that when a man asks for a good sex from your wife, he's supposed to say thank you, because the libido is dead. So it is mostly the men who call for the thing. So they say thank you isn't a bad thing, but the ladies should also learn to say thank you.
I see. So childbirth kills libido to some extent.
In most cases.
Okay. I think it will probably be one of the things we'll pick up one of these days. All right. Okay. So now that I have you, let's move on to our next question that we should try and answer. Why is it important to show respect to your partner or others, even if they are different from us?
I couldn't join in the beginning, but then since respect is health is a cornerstone for any healthy relationship, I think that it brings about it recognizes their humanity. At least when you respect somebody, it acknowledges and inherits their worth, and also it brings the dignity out of the person, regardless of their backgrounds, their beliefs, their values, and all that. So I don't think that you have to respect. They say is reciprocal, but it is not something that we have to look down upon. In as much as the person is not respecting you, at least try as much as possible to show respect in one way or the other, regardless of the person not respecting you. That doesn't mean that you should also disrespect the person. So when you show respect, the reasons why we are supposed to show respect, like I said earlier, because it recognizes humanity and also it encourages empathy. Respecting differences helps us to understand and appreciate others' perspectives, leading to great empathy and compassion. It doesn't matter if the person is disrespecting you or something. Probably the person might not even know that he or she is disrespecting you. But you, if maybe I can't say obi or wadia or no nim sadi or the no in you, but any people because I won't. Meanwhile, he or she was the first person to disrespect you. But you should be able to control yourself so that you don't retaliate his or her disrespect. It is also going to promote understanding. Like I said earlier, when we respect others, we are more likely to engage in open-minded dialogues, leading to greater understanding and tolerance. So, probably what I said was disrespectful, but the reciprocation that he gave me made me know or understand that probably what I said was not right. So, but the answer that came from the other party is putting the first person who disrespected in the right place. So they try to understand the situation at hand.
Okay.
See, think about something.
Yeah, I get you.
Yes. So it's not good to reciprocate disrespect. And even if somebody disrespects you, the reason for you not to retaliate is also for you to show an example that you are a respectful person. Showing respect to others.
I understand you, right? But at the same time, I kind of disagree too. You see, there are some people that sometimes they need to see the worth of their disrespectful actions. Do you understand? so that if consistently they exhibit a certain kind of character trait to you which you dislike, one day just put up the same kind of thing to them and see how they react. If their reaction is different and it's unacceptable to them, then it's time to talk.
Yes, it was the next point I was coming to read.
Okay. It
said when you try not to reciprocate, it sets as an example to them. Oh, okay. The other time I tried to disrespect this person, but then he or she is not giving me the same energy. Okay, so it means what she's doing, I can learn from what she's doing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes what they have done, if they are consistent with it, do the same thing back to them. Yes, you see, in Christianity, we are told by the good book that vengeance is of the Lord. Okay. But here is a case: you live at home and your partner consistently disorganizes the space that you have, and then you rearrange it. Then they do the same thing again and again, right? One day, just also ransack the whole place for him or her to come and meet it and see their reaction.
But Mr. Said,
no, what I'm telling you is that if you see them reacting or having an attitude to that, it means they've been deliberate with you all this that.
Somebody will care less about the example you gave. Probably he or she is used to that attitude. So when he comes and then he realizes that you have also scattered the thing, it won't even like tell him anything that you are trying to communicate because it's part of him.
No, you do it. Then you pick a good time to do it when he's bringing friends over.
But do you know that if that happens, let's say it consistently happens between a man and a woman, where the husband always tries to do things for you to arrange it, and then at a point in time, okay, he's bringing his friends. Okay, I'm also going to do this for him to know that I can do it. At the end of the day, you, the lady, when the friends come and meet us, you are the one who they are going to give a tag. Say, about way, you couldn't see impunity. I have basa.
If you're not team,
yeah.
If you're not, be saying no team or to.
But the piano is responsible for the upkeeping of the house.
Well, not to stretch this. I feel as though yes, sometimes you can respect people to a certain extent, and they kind of deliberately, right, keep doing what they are doing in order to get a reaction out of you. I don't think you should always take the high road. There are some people in some situations, you have to be clever about it or smart about it. You need to give them their own medicine too. That's just what I think. Okay, let's move on. I wanted to know from you guys whether you can recall a time when your partner showed you some respect and how it felt like. So Viola, you first.
Showed respect or disrespect?
No, respect. Like Mr. Donko gave you a certain kind of respect and it left a lasting impression on you. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm listening.
Before Viola proceeds, just a quick point in here.
Concerning our earlier question.
Concerning the earlier question, respect. When you respect each other, it builds stronger relationships.
True.
It builds stronger relationship. It fosters also inclusivity and equality within the relationship.
True.
And so it also does help enhance growth together in the relationships. And then once you do that, also prevent those accumulating and then prejudice in the relationship when you respect each other. So it's important that we respect each other, which also brings some moral values and ethical values in play as it is. And it also helps that we are setting positive examples, because those examples you set, once your children come in, they will pick the same lessons that you are putting up with yourselves, and that is exactly what they will also exhibit when they go out. When you don't respect yourselves, they will also pick it up. And children they learn more by observing than by instructing. When they see you always extending an affection or extending love or showing kindness to each other, they see that as what is the right thing to do. So they grow up doing the same thing. But if you're always trading disrespect, they also see disrespect as normal, and that is exactly what they also carry across. So just a few thank you.
Right. Okay, so to cap that, I would say that if you respect your partner to the extent that when you can be critical about them in public, especially when they are not around, and you can hold your tongue a bit, I think it goes a long, long way to preserve your relationship and help you grow a much, much better relationship. Because I think that every one of us in a relationship has a fault, has a shortfall, and that if we all need to work on as we grow in the relationship. But if it becomes your go-to critic every time, it's as if you are just squeezing the blood out of the relationship itself. Okay. Now tell me your stories. Viola, do you recall anything that Mr. Donko did for you respectfully that has left a long-lasting mark in your memory?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was when we met at first, and then we were planning to settle down.
Okay.
I think one of the days we visited his mom. His mom is in Accra, so we visited him and we visited her, and she was cooking just because we had gone to visit. So I went in there to help, and then she said something like, "Hey, mommy, say oyaza." Yeba ufi nase and yeah mehena. Don't come and impress us by doing it just because you want to.
That's very direct.
This. I always remember and I laugh.
It's very, very direct. I like that.
If it is something that you wouldn't do when you get married, don't try to come and impress us because you want us to accept you into our family. Then my husband was like, oh no. Whenever I visit her, though she's not in Takadi, but when she comes on weekend, she's been doing all these things for me. So it's not like something that she's coming to do to impress any one of you. And this thing keeps ringing anytime I'm cooking or anytime my mom-in-law is visiting, and we even say this and laugh about it.
Yeah.
So it's something like then he defended me there, and it's been on my memory all this while. So I think it was a good thing he did. Yeah. It was a good thing that he did, and I appreciate it a lot. Yeah.
I think it's always refreshing when you realize that your partner thinks through and through about you and will defend you at any point that the relationship demands it. I remember we used to live somewhere, and I took care of the outside chores, so the sweeping around and those things, because it was part of the agreement for staying at the place. And so I usually would do this between 5 and 5:30 so that I can then go on and do other things. Then she would take care of the things that would be going on in the kitchen. Then one day, the landlady lived in the house, and she comes and asks me that she wants to ask me something. Why is it that I am the one always doing the cleaning? What does my wife do? And why? So I just put the dustpan and the broom down and stood and asked her a simple question. So what do you really want from us as a family? Because remember, we didn't come to you to rent your place as individuals. We came as a unit. Do you want a clean house, or you specifically want my wife to do the cleaning for you? So she became stunned. She couldn't say much. Then I was like, respectfully, I'm telling you that this should be the very last time you come up with anything like this. You have no knowledge of the genesis of our relationship. the arrangement we have for our relationship to work. You have no idea that this is the most romantic thing that I do for my wife, but you think you have to criticize it. Please. Monday, first and last time, I can be your to them. Anya dema, may you are no ya no pia when you are bedroom, so when you are for a long time. And that was the end of she making any demands like that about me cleaning. Yo, Innocent. Hello. Oh.
Hello, Harry.
So, what thing that Mrs. Asima did has left an indelible mark in your mind when it comes to respect?
Well, there are several of them.
Okay. Pick the best one.
I think I can just take anyone, not necessarily the best, but I remember one occasion. I was way back in school, so we were supposed to have done some registration on campus because the deadline was due. I was back home. I didn't really didn't go to campus, so she just decided that okay, she was just going to go take a vehicle, drove all the way down, and I was just sitting there and then look into just in front of the hall was this lady standing in front of our living room, and she just said, well, the closing date for the registration is tomorrow, and you need to get back to campus by the close of the day tomorrow to do the registration. And I was like, I sat down and I have thought of it for quite some time. Even though someone would say, well, it was something she did, maybe just because she needed you to do that, but she respected you enough to take that risk and just drive to you. But then we were not even married by then. And just says, your deadline was due, and so I have to travel all the way, 3 hours journey with all the challenge, and just come to tell you you have to get back to campus to register. Because those days there wasn't the mobile phone that you can call somebody.
It was expensive.
It would have been very difficult. I saw that as a respect. I interpreted that as respecting you enough to be able to sacrifice for you on that particular occasion.
Wow.
So it's been something.
Hello?
Yes, Henry, I'm here.
Oh, I thought your line cut. Please finish it for me.
So that is just one of them.
Okay.
For the evening.
All right. Now, I just want some ways that we can show respect through our actions and beliefs. Okay. So if I can get 2 from each of you, and then we can conclude on our topic time. So, please go first. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one way we can do that is empathy and understanding. Put yourself in the shoes of your spouse and try to understand the other person's experience, their emotions, especially when they offer something different or they give you something or an idea or a response differ from what you pick. And then also, secondly, I will look at honoring your commitment and then the time you all share together. It's also very important that you honor your commitment, be punctual, and keep your promises. You don't tell your husband or you don't tell your wife, okay, today we'll do this, and only to find out it's not going to happen without communicating, that showing that respect. Be punctual. So when you respect and you're punctual, those are some of the few things I think we can do. I think these 2 will do for.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, Viola. Yes, 2 things we can do to in our actions and beliefs to show respect to our partners.
Oh, okay. The first thing I would want to talk about is empowerment. Empowerment in the sense that you encourage each other to take control of their life and their decisions. I'll give this example. When I got the revelation to do the When Women Pray.
Okay.
Immediately I got the word. I spoke to my husband. This is what God is telling me to do. And he said, okay, why not? Do it. I'll support want to. So it was that very day that he told me, my dear, when you told me you wanted to do this thing, I was so happy. I was so excited in my heart, but I couldn't tell you because I was backing you in prayer. So if you get such a partner who keeps you, empowering you to bring out what you need to do, I think is a top notch of a respect.
Okay.
And also, I would want to talk about honesty. Be truthful and transparent in all your transactions, in all your interactions. Just try to be honest. When the thing is A, let the person know it's A. When it's in B, you don't have to say AB. When you know the thing is A, when there is honesty in a relationship, the respect comes naturally. So we have to encourage honesty in everything that we do, and be patient as well. Patience to understand each other, and you'll be good to go.
Okay.
The respect will come naturally if these things are encouraged in our relationship.
All right. Thank you so much. Nana, you have one more to add?
I think Lady Pastor and then have just said everything.
So you don't have one to add?
Oh, just respect each other for a good relationship.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Romans 12 verse 10 says that be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. I think this goes well for respect. Titus chapter 2 verse number 7 to 8 says that in everything set them an example by doing what is good. In your teaching show integrity, seriousness and soundness of speech that cannot be condemned, so that those who oppose you may be ashamed because they have nothing bad to say about us. Finally, respect is a true enhancer in relationships. You must learn to plant it, cultivate it, harvest it, and replant to keep its cycle in continual motion. This has been our topic time. If you have a topic that you want us to look at for you on our topic time, kindly send us an email to orangelounge1051@gmail.com. orangelounge1051@gmail.com, and we'll be glad to discuss that for you. I'd like to say thank you to my guest on Topic Time, Nana Ehuntehun, Mr. Innocent Asima, and Mrs. Viola Donko.
Topic Time.
You're listening to the Orange Lounge.
HKO